you. I just had my 10X Mentorship with Sherri Hamilton, COO of Cardone Enterprises. I'm Ria, and here are my 9 lessons learned on today's topic: hone down, bug down, and scale up. Lesson 1. Establish the manner and method of communication so you are not constantly badgered and interrupted by questions, their concerns, all the farce that you need to put out for your new person. Lesson 2. Establish how you want them to communicate to you, the method by which you want them to communicate with you, and how often or at what points in time or at what subject matters. Lesson 3. So let's say, for example, you're fortunate enough because you have got your functions written out and you have your how-to sheets of how to answer the phone for the receptionist, and your receptionist is up there and they're doing it and they're doing it and they're doing it, and you've been up there with them for about an hour and you kind of answered a few questions and you're ready now to leave them alone. If they have a question, what do you want them to do? Lesson 4. Do you want them to call you and interrupt what you're doing? Do you want them to email you? Or do you want them to text you? Or do you want them to get up and walk over to you? Or do you want them to save all their questions for the end of the day, and then you're going to need it by each afternoon and kind of go over what happened in the day and what they ran into and what questions they now have that they did not have before. Lesson 5. You want to get the manner, the method of communication, and the frequency and the width of communication, the when, the how, and that way you can actually get something done during the day rather than just busy onboarding a new person. Lesson 6. If you're lucky enough to have an HR department, a human resource department, a department manager that's going to onboard, you are very fortunate. But guess what? The HR or department manager cannot be doing their other functions if they're onboarding. Lesson 7. So this applies whether you're a one-man shop taking your first person, or whether you've got 147 people and having to onboard guys every single day. It's nonstop. Lesson 8. So make sure that it's something that you can do, that is efficient, and that doesn't bog you totally down. Because if you do it right, and if your company's doing great runs, you're going to have to hire another person and another person and another person and another person. Lesson 9. So make sure that you get this onboarding procedure kind of honed down so it doesn't bug you down and it allows you to scale up. So those are my lessons learned. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can also download a free section of my book, Apartment Prescription, from 0 to 50 apartment units in 7 years. If I've done it, so can you. Take care and God bless.